We're back. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday.
You ready for some more fun and laughter?
So exciting. We'll try to keep it down a notch a little bit. Leanne is actually in the studio today, so we'll behave ourselves.
If you guys could just watch it a little bit, we gotta have it look professional.
I figure from last week, we are going to redeem ourselves today.
Yes. We don't have to run technology and be up here at the same time.
However, there's going to be a point in the segment today where we're actually going to be, well, we're here together right now together, but we're actually going to design together at the same time.
It's going to be fun.
Super fun. Yeah. Yeah, when I was at the Flower Mart this morning, there was so much great product that I found. So today's going to be quite fun.
It's going to be, yeah. And we're bringing in a couple pieces from last week, the garland that I was making. It's all finished and ready for you, but that's for the end. That's later, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with something just a little bit different, although we did do it last year. But everything moving forward is actually going to become this whole collaborative piece where everything's just going to become one big tablescape.
Yeah.
How exciting!
Using all of this gorgeous product.
Yay.
It's going to be so pretty.
So are you guys busy? Do you have a lot of orders? What's going on in your world? Let us know. Is anyone doing like Christmas tree installations? Oh, we have a question from Leanne already.
You have a huge fan base already. Jim was paying attention and says, oh, I hope I don't forget. He didn't forget. He's here. Gayla's here.
Hi,
David
David.
is here and says
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
And then John from Anchorage and Deborah and Kathleen and Shelley and Molly and Deborah and Donna and Vicky.
Wow.
And teacher Michelle is here.
Hi, Michelle.
And Debbie from Canada and Andrew. You've got a big group. So you know what? You better get started designing.
Okay.
Well, I'm surprised that actually people showed up today. So you just want to get started?
I can get started,
Okay.
yeah.
You go for it.
Oh, it's me first. Well, I'm going to have to move Elphas.
Oh, here, let me take that for you.
So we're going to start off something fun and very non-traditional with our lemon cypress tree. Look at this gorgeous pot in the hot pink. Wait till the end and I'll show you how it's all going to tie together.
That color looks great on camera.
It's fabulous, fun and bright, nothing like a fun, bright Christmas. We are making a Dr. Seuss tree. So, when Marisa was at market today, she said all the lemon cypress were very sad, and this lemon cypress is kind of sad. He's not very full, and if I gathered him up, he'd be super skinny. So he'd be like a Charlie Brown Grinch tree, and we don't want a Charlie Brown Grinch tree. We want it full and exciting. So look at what we're going to add to this. Look at this cedar with the white tips in it. Isn't that fabulous? So I'm going to just poke this into the dirt, and I'm going to make my cypress a little bit larger and fuller. It doesn't want to go in.
Oh, I packed quite a lot of money there.
But as designers, you have to tell your product who's boss.
Marmac just sold 2 Grinch trees.
Awesome.
She did a pop-up shop. And
Yes.
Oh, yes.
How did that go, Marmac?
She called last Friday, I believe, and we had quite a conversation. I was just so excited to hear from her, and she had so many ideas.
So I taped an 18 gauge wire that I'm just going to poke down the middle just to give my tree a little bit of bend and have it stay. So now with this gorgeous cedar in here, it has a stripe running down that side. So look at all these fun baubles that I'm going to decorate it with. This I'm saving to the end. But I'm going to start with some green bullion wire just to gather all of my goodies here, my stems and everything together. I need my glasses so I can see.
Carolyn, I'd like to do a shout out to one of our past graduates, Jennifer McDonald.
Ooh.
She's been doing a lot of wreath making classes.
Oh, nice. All right, so I'm just going to start winding this around.
If you scooch that to the other side of the table, people can see it on Instagram.
Scoot it this way.
The baubles.
The
tree
baubles.
is perfect.
This over the hair.
Yeah, now then
Got
they can
it.
see what you got. Yeah. But no, the tree is perfectly
Okay.
placed for everybody to see.
I'm going to wind this up a little bit and actually hold this bullion wire in my hand and gather this up.
And it looks like Teacher Michelle just came on.
Hi, Michelle. And this is going to kind of tame it, give it some tone-on-tone texture.
It looks like Donna is making boxwood Christmas trees, and she's
Ooh.
adding cedar and, how do you say that, balsa?
Balsa?
Balsa.
That sounds beautiful. All right, I think that's good. And then I'm just going to tuck this in. There's really no right or wrong way to kind of tuck that in, tie it off. And then I think I'm going to use some of the hot pink to tie in, to unify the hot pink. So throughout today, because we are promoting our advanced and basic classes, both in the classroom and online, we talk a lot about elements and principles. And unifying, or unity.
It's the same thing, unity, unifying.
Is one of them. And so you want to make sure that your colors are unified throughout your designs. And just adding a little bit of sparkle and fun. Oops. Any questions? Anybody? Any students out there?
Back and forth.
Donna mentioned that she added little tiny white fairy lights that were battery operated to her tree. That would be so cute in there, especially with that variegation. How
What a
cool is
great
that?
idea. And now that I put that wire in here, I can bend it over and it will stay.
And is that cedar, did you like paint that or tip that yourself?
It
or?
came that way.
Isn't that the best?
It's
just
amazing.
And you know, it grows right here in Oregon. It is a
Does
local,
it?
It's a local product, yeah.
So can I just brag about the price on that since it is local? I got a huge bundle of it for $7.50.
Oh my
I
goodness.
could not, I was just like, I don't know what we're gonna do with all this, but I'm getting it.
But you have to have it.
Yeah.
And then I decided that I wanted to add some copper bullion wire just because I'm adding some copper aluminum wire. So I just want a little bit of coppery bling in here as well.
If they weren't bling savvy, could you use barked wire
Ooh.
or lined wire? Would that work in there?
Barked wire might be a little heavy, but I would definitely try it.
Maybe do a bit of bark and then the bind for a liner.
Mm-hmm.
That would give it that rustic.
That rustic woodsy look, absolutely.
And some burlap and maybe a mason jar.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I need some jewelry pliers. I totally forgot. So Assistant Marisa or Assistant Leanne.
Let me get it for you. If I can get into my cupboard, you guys have things so pulled together. There you go.
Thank you.
Would you rather a larger one? You
No.
can have choices.
Ooh. I'm going to give that a cut just so I can get this wound around my tree. And now I'm going to take my end and I'm going to curl this just to finish the end so it's not just a straight one, but I want it to look very Dr. Seuss-ish. And I'm going to curl this end as well. My wire's not behaving properly.
You tell it who's boss.
I know. So I've got my copper wire in there, and I want that to hang down. And now I'm just going to take some little bits, and I'm going to curl this, making some curlicues to stick within here. And just poke them in my tree. What else is going on out there, Marisa?
Everyone's really quiet.
Eileen Collins-Ferrari is with us on Instagram.
Hi, Eileen.
She moved over there, which is always kind of fun to see who's on Instagram, who's on YouTube. And it's just kind of a big time happening here. So pretty much
Welcome, everybody. We're excited that you're joining us today.
that variegation looks so lovely. It's just amazing. Jackie Smith-Johns is with us on Instagram, and David's on Instagram too. I guess he's going back and forth.
Okay, so now I have some fun little Dr. Susie curls here.
Carolyn, Catherine is actually asking from Facebook if you can repurpose the little wheat tree later.
You can, absolutely. I took one home last year and kept it alive for the whole season, then took it apart and put it outside.
Chris McLaughlin loves the curlies, and I would have to agree, they really do enhance. And then Heather just said she was just promoted to shop manager at Allergan
Awesome.
Hips today, so she's doing well.
Congratulations. And the tree wouldn't be complete without a fabulous Dr. Seuss style ornament. And look at the hot pink and the copper in here. And I'm just going to pop this on this curlicue. Look at that.
Oh, you love it. Then Tess from Sweden wanted to know, where does this come from? So Tess, it's Grinch, as in Grinch. And if you Google The Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss and you look at that, you'll see that these types of trees are all through. So it's part of the whole Dr. Seuss Grinch Who Stole Christmas thing.
And then to finish it off, I'm going to use this gorgeous chartreuse reindeer moss. I'm just going to tuck in here. And look how the hot pink and all the colors just pop off of there.
And that's almost like the same texture as the Grinch.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So we have a foliage grower from Florida on, so they're loving to see how you do different foliages.
Awesome.
And people are saying it's lovely.
So it can go all directions, although I didn't do any curlicues back here. But this can be your front. Oop, starting to bend over. There we go. The beauty of that wire in the middle, you can tell it who's boss and what direction to go. So this is the front. And I just tied the ribbon around here. If you're worried about the ribbon slipping in delivery, you can slip a little glue dash under there and it will stay and deliver beautifully. So there's the Dr. Seuss tree.
I love it.
Okay, next.
Oh, it's my turn.
Now it's Maurice's turn.
I absolutely love that one. I like that one better than the one you made last year.
I know, I do too.
Yeah, I really like it. It's just different. It's just really, really different. The variegation of the cedar in there and those ornaments are perfect. Okay. I also want to do a shout out to, again, Leanne for doing technology. Caledonia. Thanks, Leanne.
I know, push those buttons.
I'm not as sweaty this time around.
It's much calmer today.
Much calmer, yes. And then Caledonia from afar. Hi, Caledonia. And Susie on YouTube. And then Teacher Michelle's actually on, as you heard earlier. So you can always keep asking your questions and she'll answer them back. And or Leanne and or Carolyn will shoot them out at us or Leanne or whoever. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is going to be bigger, but simple, but impactful. I mean, that's just basically how I design, right? So for this one, this again was all inspiration. Just saw this in the warehouse just sitting like this, and I absolutely loved it. It was just a way just to store these Christmas balls, and I just really, really liked this. So I was like, how could I do something with those? And then this big guy. I have been eyeing this guy for the 2 years that I've been working here. Every time I walk up and down the aisle, I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So finally, I was like, we're going to do something with all of this. Okay, so let me grab my things. Leanne.
Carolyn Ascari just wanted to say a thank you to the two of you for inspiring her with her wreaths, and she started selling them.
Awesome.
And doing them things wreath-like from London. So congratulations, Carolyn.
Congratulations. Aww, I love hearing these things. I love it. Okay, so I have this very big tin here, and I'm going to go ahead and place, this is actually a design tray. I think it's a 9-inch. I did put the Midnight Oasis foam inside just so I don't have to cover up any more mechanics that I don't have to. And then I added, for security, the inch waterproof tape. But I want to show you a little trick here. If you ever wanted to cover this, we used to use electrical tape. I mean, you could just, use some foliages and have them draping down, but if you just wanted to really, really cover your mechanics, look, you can just go all the way.
What you need?
Scissors, but I'll just use a knife.
Okay.
This'll work. Yeah. But look it just completely disappears. So just a cool little tip. I'm not going to do the other side because it's just going to go directly in. Okay, so this is going to be my water source. Sorry if that's so loud. I'm going to go ahead and put these in. I hope this isn't too loud. I need to put all of these in here. Okay? Is that going to be too loud?
It's going to be just very much fun.
Okay, so I'll try and do this really fast so it's not so loud. Just dump it all in there, but I just still don't want it to be so loud.
Okay, there are several people on Instagram who are asking to join us live. And you know what, guys? I'm new to this whole Instagram thing, so I don't even know what that means. So if you guys could private message me some hints about what that means and what that would do, and who knows, maybe we'll add join us live, because I don't even know what that is all about when you join us. But I would love to learn. So if you guys can send me information on that, send me a message, say, hey Leanne, when we say we want to join live, this is what it is and this is how it works. So I need a little bit of education on this whole Instagram story.
So you hear that, Instagram? I don't know if you could hear that over all the ruckus with these ornaments, but email Leanne, let her know. She's new to this, so we would love to go. I don't even know what that means to go live with them. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and place my orb right in the center here. There's a little bit here at the end that I'm just going to poke directly into the foam, but I'm going to use my materials to kind of secure it in. You could add some wires if you wanted to, but I figured just directly inserted, going a little off to the side, not directly in the center. But what makes this, I don't know, I just love that if you were to sit at a table and just look inside, it's just, so sparkly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so are you ready for the coolest material ever? I'm so excited to show you this, but I have to look at my notes because I don't remember the name of it. Okay. Well, it's long. Okay, so for one, it has like all these different names, but the botanical name is Cryptomeria japonica, or also known as cristata, or crested Japanese cedar. Look at this. Can you see that? How cool is this? Have you ever seen this before, Leanne?
No, oh my gosh,
Oh, she hasn't even seen
cool
it.
is that?
Clara, look at this.
Yeah, you know, it's
How
grown
cool.
too, right south of here, just south of Silverton, down by the Oregon Garden. They actually grow that there.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, let's see. Okay, so look at this, how it just already has this beautiful curve. Ooh, okay. So, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a nice cut here. Just gonna push this one over just a little bit. Oh my. Oh, okay, I'm finished. Woo, look at that. It looks so cool. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, let's see. Next piece, we'll just go on the other side. And do you see how it just frames it? And if that is not emphasis, then I don't know what is. Let's see. Now I can't use all of it because I have to save some for Carolyn and I for later.
Yeah.
She's like, look, I can see her looking like she's all that stuff here. Okay, so maybe just another piece just right here. And that's probably just all I really need. I don't need that much. Did anyone else have the response that I did about this stuff? Because this, what is it called again? Cristata. It's amazing. All right, so let's see here. Ooh, look at this. Okay, then we have, let's see here. Look at how beautiful these oriental lilies are. And look at the color. Oh, excuse me, so excited. Okay, so when you're working with lilies, and especially with just this foam, just not having a lot of real estate, you can actually take them directly off the stem. So you don't have to insert the whole entire stem in. You can place the blossoms in one at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this in over here, and then I will go ahead and, whoops, turn it around here in a second so you all can see. Oh my gosh, so you all can see. Let's see, maybe one there, maybe one over here. All right, and maybe adding a few buds in just for some contrasting texture. Okay, turn this around. Look how cool this looks so far. Yeah, let's see. So again, since this is a centerpiece, and it's going to be seen from all sides, I'm literally going to be mirroring what I'm doing on one side and the other. So I'll put two lilies here. I'm just going to repeat the same thing over here. So everyone around the table can enjoy. And there's going to be a lot of design techniques that we're going to be doing today. I'll shout them out later. That you will find in a certain book that you should have, but we'll get into that later. Okay, let's see. Then we should have some of this variegated cedar, just a little bit, just a little bit of tiny contrast in between the lilies and the orb there, just because the orb against the lilies are pretty much the same color, so I just want to brighten it up just a little bit.
Didn't she just told you to go for it?
Did she? How are you doing? What have you been up to? I've been seeing a lot of posts from her on Facebook that she's been like at the coast and out gallivanting around, so.
I want you to make all of your little hoops on the balls go down. None can go up. He says his OCD is kicking in.
He wants some wish to say that
The
again?
ball ornament hooks have to all go down. So it's all smooth.
See, I enjoy seeing some randomly just thrown in there, you know? But I get it. Totally get it. All right, just one more little piece here. There. Oh, this looks so cool. Okay, and then let's see, what else are they going to put here, Carolyn? Some magnolia leaves.
Yeah. And some of that other gorgeous stuff right there.
Which was it?
The sim.
Yes. Don't forget about that. Okay, so here I'm actually just going to use just the leaves of the magnolia, and I wanted to use the velvety side. So let's see. To maybe use this last piece here, because this is really, really going to complement. Oh yes.
Scooch it this way a little bit, Marisa. That way. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Excellent.
Okay, so I don't, would we call this terracing? It kind of is. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to get the boss's opinion, because it kind of is stair-steppy, but it's kind of not.
Maybe we're grouping.
Oops, that one tore. Oh, I can't wait for you to see this.
They're loving it. I'm getting the hearts on you. Oh, they like this one. I think that you did a good job.
Okay, so I am going to I'm just going to finish this side, and then turn it around here. Let's see. Okay, what about these fabulous Sinbids? These are really going to brighten this up here. Okay. Okay, so these are actually kind of short. So what I'm going to do is individually use these blooms and just take just a few off, and then water tube them. So I've actually had people ask, when you have a cymbidium stem, do you have to, just use the whole stem? No, you can use the blooms individually. Putting water tubes on them gives it extension while also providing a water source. I'm going to go grab a few. I'll be right back.
So Emily told me, or told us all, not just me, told the world that she put her Hallmark movie on pause because she has to see how this turns out.
You have to stay tuned to the end, because this is just the beginning.
And then Samantha put in on Facebook the whole story between the cristata about how it is an anomaly of the Cryptomeria japonica, and it's really just describing the convoluted form,
Thank you.
which looks like a coxcomb, similar
Yes.
to Osha in the
Yes.
shape of brains.
Yes.
So cristata is just identifying that it is Cryptomeria japonica that is mutated.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, when I Googled it, I actually had to call the wholesaler today, because I was like, you guys told me what it was earlier, and I don't think I wrote the right name down. Can you please help me figure this out? And then, like I said, when I was Googling it, there was just like 5 different names from it. So I'll just shoot this out. I'm sure someone on live today will know what this is. Okay, so.
Ooh, somebody wants you to add mini pine cones with your gold ornament.
Oh,
Karen's
so
thinking
yes.
that.
I don't have mini ones. I was gonna add, like medium-sized ones. So you are on the right track. Let's see. I have just a few more. Let's see. I just need loose ones. Just need a couple loose ones, and I'm just gonna move some of these over here. And then place just a couple cones in the front, and then I'm just going to turn this around so you all can see. Is that upside down? No, it's not. Look. Oh, yes. Okay. There's too much of one type of ball here on this side, so I have to break it up and provide a little bit more contrast and texture, just different textures, because it's too much of the same. let's see, no, not that one. One more, maybe this little guy right there. There. Okay, so that's the first one. Was I supposed to add anything else? I can't remember.
Make sure
Okay.
that, oh my gosh, people, if you love this, tap the screen, give it some love. That is so grand. You know what? Give the Instagram people another picture, clear on over a little more. Keep
Should I
going,
angle
keep
it?
going,
Does
keep
angling work?
going. Perfect. Okay, now Instagram people, you got a better picture of it right there, so you can see it the whole way. Then I know we're gonna put it back because you got so many more.
We are
things
gonna
to
put it
do.
back.
Ah, but that looks beautiful there. Actually, you can see it on YouTube and Facebook as well. So now everybody gets to see the beauty. If you guys like it, tap the screen. I am loving it. You know, I'm gonna have to carry that one home with me too.
Oh, I want
My
it.
house is getting fuller and fuller. More? Oh my gosh.
There is more.
There's more that goes with this.
Oh,
We'll
this
move
is
this.
just so
We'll move
cool.
this aside though for now.
This makes me so happy.
Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So now, here comes the dueling centerpieces.
There you go, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, no pressure here. So we'll explain to you what we're going to do here in a second, but
Oh, wait till the end. You guys have to watch all the way to the end.
stay tuned.
Oh my
It's only 30 more minutes.
That is so beautiful.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
We are going to make
And your pot. Marie, bring your pot over. Yours doesn't show it.
I love that we have direction this week.
There you go. Now you're on camera.
Okay, we are close.
We are.
That's
We're
fine.
going to be designing clothes today.
Carolyn, you come over. Back a little more. There, you're right there.
I have to move this over.
It is cozy. Now, you know what? We can turn it into a threesome, and I can just come on over with you.
She's actually here. She's here.
Okay, now you can spread back out.
Well, what we're going to do, we want to show you what it's like to design with multiple people in your studio or your shop. I'm going to start by designing, and she's going to mirror what I'm doing. Well, she's going to duplicate what I'm doing, and she's going to mirror what I do. Because I'm going to do something up this way, then she's going to come up on this side. And then you have to wait to the end to see how this all fits together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use some of the same materials that she used in the center that she just did. So what shall we start with?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm the one
know.
that's copying her.
Oh, that's that.
Oh,
Use
here.
that.
Here. There's a whole bunch of this already.
You know what?
Michelle Hedrick said you could deliver that to her now.
Okay. We'll see you about 5 o'clock.
And then Carolyn Ascari wants to know how you inserted the orchid without using a water pipe. Did you put it in
I
a water
did.
pipe?
Yeah, they were in water tubes. I think I had mentioned it, but everything was in front so you didn't see. But they were in water tubes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
perfect.
so I'm just going to start by angling some of this gorgeous variegated cedar in.
Okay. Oh, no pressure. I don't even know what she's doing, and I have to copy her.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
You have
I
to
design as I
copy and
go.
design backwards too.
I know.
I love it. This is the challenge.
Oh, look at this beautiful curvy piece. So this is kind of where we're doing asymmetrical-ish, taller
Asymmetrical-ish.
designs. And this is kind of where my little Bespo world comes in.
Uh-oh. I have to
I
find a
think
cool
we're going to
piece like
have
that.
just arrangements and no people when we're done here. This will be kind of fun. You know, that works.
So hi. We might need to get,
Maybe
footstool,
some step
some
ladders.
step stools back here so we can be taller. Or I just have to wear my 6-inch heels. That could be interesting.
Designing in the forest.
You know what I found with this type of, I guess, not necessarily style, but when I used to work in a flat, you're going to give that to me?
I don't know, that's kind of cool.
Mine's a little bit wimpy on that side. But whenever when I was designing in the shop, and whenever we had just like the new and upcoming like entry-level designers that were coming in, I always would encourage them, especially when we had things like this where someone could copy. I would actually have them stand next to me side by side and walk them through it. And it was just a really great way to encourage and build confidence with your new entry-level people. So
It is,
super fun.
it is a great way. I used to do that with new designers in our shop as well. I'm going to turn this around.
Going too fast. I don't know
Sorry.
What I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, here, let me show
It's
you.
okay.
It's the students and the teachers. It's just like in flower school.
Right? So I'm just going to turn this
Teacher's
around.
faster than the student.
Oh, here. Let's get you some magnolia.
Oh, I got it. You keep
Okay.
going. You keep going.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
So I'm going to turn, I don't know what I'm doing.
There's so much pretty material.
I know, this stuff is so fabulous. Okay, I'm going to save you a piece of this. Look at this fabulous pine. Look at that texture.
That's
And,
Deodar cedar.
oh, thank you. And
it's fabulous.
I am going to extend my line on this side and come down this way. So here, I'll give you this.
Oh my gosh, I'm designing backwards. I don't
I'll
know
give
how
you that
how
piece to
looks.
go that
Pretend
way.
you're dyslexic, and then it'll be fine.
Okay.
Is there any more of it? Oh, there is. Good.
You're in my way.
Move.
Yeah, there's only a few.
Yeah,
of
and
them.
then I'm thinking I'm gonna come up that way.
Okay.
Because look at that.
Well, I'm putting mine over here
Okay.
for some depth.
And the great thing about designing this way, I do feel like
Oh, can you see us?
is they don't have to be exact. As long as you have the same materials and the same general shape, everything's going to be cohesive and it's going to look like they go together. So don't.
Lana just popped in, and Bill Haddle's watching you while he's making cookies.
Oh,
And then we've got
what kind of cookies, Bill?
hey. Then we've got Chess, of course, and then we've got the Philippines, and
¿Cómo está?
yeah, we're going.
So I'm just going to start sticking some of this gorgeous
Well,
Japonica.
So is it crostata or is it cresta Japanese?
Crostata is the variety. It's Cryptomeria japonica.
Cryptomeria.
Thank you.
Cryptomeria japonica, and then the crostata is the mutation.
Okay.
So I just filled in and kind of did a diagonal line right here.
Okay. This is seriously like coxcomb.
He's making Italian pizzelle.
Ooh.
What are those?
I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pizzelle? Pizzelle? I don't know.
Pizzelle?
Sounds like it's yummy though, whatever it is.
I've been watching all of those like baking shows and like Sugar Rush and all these, but I've never heard of an Italian
Pizzelle.
Pizzelle.
Pizzelle. Pizzelle.
Well, it looks a little bit.
Caledonia,
Oh,
maybe
just right
you
here.
can pronounce it for us. Too
On
bad
the
you're not
card.
in here.
Let's see.
And typically in a shop,
Whoa.
you probably wouldn't be this close.
However, if you're starting out in the studio and like starting out in your kitchen or whatever, you
might
could
be designing this close.
You're working on your ironing board.
So now I think I'm going to add some of these beauties. And I'm going to add them to the center.
Tammy Meador just said that she just bought an orb today and didn't know what to do, but she couldn't pass it up, and now she knows what she's going to do.
So excited.
And Catherine gets her Pizzelle at Costco.
Oh. What is that? So it's a cookie.
It's a cookie.
Is it like a...
It's an Italian cookie. What else do you know?
What what does that mean?
Macaroon, Russian tea cake style.
Kelly wished that she had come to flower school. She wants to be a designer. She went to school for interior design. Well, Kelly, come join us for flower school. It's online or in person, either way.
And Kelly, you know what's really great? If you can't make it here to the classroom, with the online courses, you can start whenever you want. We get those questions all the time, like, oh, when's the startup class? And, you know, do I have to sign on when everyone else signs in? No, you can start whenever you want. You can sign on at 3 in the morning. You can sign on at Saturday at 7 a.m. You can sign in whenever and work whenever.
And if you enroll by the 15th, you get a free AIP guidebook. So that's a $90 value,
Yes.
but just till the 15th.
Yes.
Which gives you all those elements and principles that we've been talking about.
Ah, here it is. Bill Battle says it's made with anise oil and it looks kind of like a waffle.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, you took all the lilies.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here.
No, it's okay. Leave it. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's
I was a
okay.
lily hoarder.
And John Wallace says he has a very small work area, so when he has someone helping, that's how close they work.
Oh, there you go. See?
All right, so now I'm going to take some of these gorgeous cymbidiums too. Oh, wow, these colors are fabulous. And you don't have to do traditional Christmas. This is just gorgeous deep burgundies and pinks. Yes, and we won't forget that. I'm going to step off and get some water tubes here.
They're describing it as mid-century modern.
Ooh,
Whoa.
I like it.
How many do you have?
I
5?
have 4.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And if you have trouble getting the stem of the sim in the neck of this, just give it a little cut on either side and it will slide right in.
Kelly's scared because she says the market is saturated by floral businesses. And that's kind of interesting because right now flower sales are stronger than they've ever been. I think it's that everybody needs to find their niche. I know our graduates are doing well. So it's more finding a unique approach to it. And then Cindy, we're in Portland, Oregon, and then we're also online.
And a couple of these I'm not putting in a tube, I'm just inserting directly in the foam because I want it to be kind of my focal. And the water tube was making it a little bit too long. There we go. So I'll turn this around so you can see it. And you notice how I have all the throats facing in so they can talk.
Oh, no.
Orchids are very social creatures. And I'm just going to pop one in the back. And even though this design's all the way around, maybe one side is just a little more heavy on the color. And then that by popping a pink orchid in the back, it just brings your eye all the way to the back of the arrangement.
Oh, I did mine different. So that one goes up. So these are going, okay, I see. So that one goes like this. Oops, whoops. Just went all the way through the foam there. Ooh. There. Sorry, I'm in your way.
It's okay, just right behind you here. And look at what we have. Look at this fabulous pepperberry. Isn't that gorgeous? All these colors are just coming together.
The fear is where would they buy their flowers and greens, and Caledonia and Susie have been answering, but I think, you know, your students that are studying online, you've helped them quite a bit, and they generally have no problem finding things.
No, you can, there's several online resources that will help you with, and then your local supermarket, your local grocery store, some of your higher end grocery stores, depending on where you're located, if you have like a Trader Joe's, a New Seasons market, or some higher end type of market.
Oh, that's for me?
That's for you.
Thanks.
Look at that. So flowers really aren't an issue. Even when I go to the grocery store, I look at some of the greenery bundles and the bundles of flowers. They're fabulous.
Versus more.
And I think I'm going to pop some up here just to bring some of that color. And this is so nice and drapey. I can kind of spread it apart and have it drape out like that.
Okay.
They're liking the colors you chose to work with and getting good response to that.
Good.
All right, I'm going to turn this around so you can start seeing
All right,
the
well,
more full.
Hopefully it'll. Let us know if it looks the same. The same but different. So do you see how they mirror each other? Do you see that? Can you see?
Can you see? the two short teachers designing tall arrangements.
I think I put that pepperberry on the wrong side. Ah, it's okay.
No, you did right.
Okay.
All right, so let's just bring in a little bit of this pretty princess pine, and we'll finish up the front here. And we'll kind of cover up our foam. We did use black foam, so we don't have to cover everything. But it is nice just to add a little bit of extra texture and fun. And the smell of this princess pine is amazing.
So there's a lot of advanced techniques in here that you will find in the AIFD guide, study guide to floral design. I challenge you out there. Is there anything that you see in here that you would find in that book? I'm not even gonna give you a hint. Let's see if we can start seeing some answers in there. What in our designs would you find in the AIFD
Are
guide?
you looking for technique terminology?
Elements and principles.
Elements and principles, techniques, yes. Things that you would learn in flower school.
Yes.
You might put something in the very center back of yours, Marie, so there's a
Oh.
hole shining out with your tape. And I know that mechanics are something we want to always conceal.
Okay.
Yes. Don't want our arrangements going out with their underwear showing.
What did you put in the? Oh,
I don't know what I put for that.
that's fine. It's okay.
In class, when I talk about, covering their mechanics and not going out with their underwear showing, I have a personal story. When I was working in downtown Portland, I got off the bus, and this is going to date me. It's back when half slips were popular. And I stepped off the bus, and I felt something weird around the bottom, around my feet. And I looked down, and my slip elastic around my waist had just disintegrated, and it fell to my feet.
Oh no!
So I stepped out of it and walked away. So you don't want to be in public with your underwear showing.
That's funny.
Jim says I should have built a little pedestal for you guys to stand on behind.
Right?
Okay.
All right.
So we've got about 10 minutes. So anybody that has questions, please feel free to write them in there. There's been lots of communication out there about different types of stores and who's getting business and who's not. And I just want to say for a quick moment that we love everybody that sells flowers. And yes, it does make a little bit of a challenge because everybody has to find their niche. But I think that with proper education and then proper creativity, everyone can do well in the flower world, which is pretty
Absolutely. And figure out, like Leanne was saying, what your niche is, because if you don't want to compete with grocery stores, then don't do grocery store style arrangements. Do something that has a little bit more creativity, where your customer is going to come into your shop or your studio or your kiosk and go, oh, I have to have that. And they'll pay the big bucks for it. Trust me. Okay, so it's time to put this all together.
What are you guys doing?
We did it. Now that I look at this, I started backwards. I really wanted this to be to the outside.
Right.
Well, why don't we switch it? Just switch it. Just switch sides. There you go.
Oh,
Calm down. Let's check your mechanics.
Well, that's why you need to have a 2-inch insertion in your phone. What? Did it move?
it did not move.
You know, you guys planned that, didn't you?
We did.
Your mechanics are so good. You must have gone to flower school.
Oh boy. This one, it's the tin's a little wobbly.
Yeah.
And we forgot to tell them there's actually rocks inside to give it some weight here, but
And maybe should have had more.
yeah. Yeah. There's actually those geodes in here.
Well, and
It's
you know,
pretty
these
heavy.
are left over because these are the ones with the crooked bottoms.
Yeah.
And now I
Alright.
Apparently.
This might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but we will be taking close-up photos of this and posting them for you.
Actually, it shows well on camera, and Instagram can see part of yours, Carolyn, and part of the center, and then you guys show in the middle, which is great.
So-
And then on YouTube and Facebook, the whole thing shows.
So I promised last week that I would have my garland, my zip tie garland finished. And so here's the finished garland. You can hang that on your door. You can do all kinds of things with it. But we decided that we were going to incorporate it within our centerpiece. And then we have another one here. Oh, excuse me while I go around this side. We'll kind of make this work. You guys will see when we take pictures. And then we thought how pretty it would be to run some of this variegated cedar in here to unify some of that white throughout the garland.
It's ivory, not white.
Oh, ivory. I'm sorry.
Did we get anyone naming off any mechanics or techniques? Oh, sorry, you're
I forgot to look at that. Oh my gosh, I've been so busy looking at your work, going how pretty. Everybody's loving it. Nobody's coming up with words because we're all so excited.
Well, I guess I can tell them.
Let's see. Yeah, I forgot to look for those. Oh, badly. Ann.
Okay, so how are we doing here?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even
What
even
is that?
done it.
Grouping and sheltering and mirroring.
Yes.
There we go.
There's also all the elements and principles in there as well. Everything that you see in here, you will find in this book, okay? And you will also learn in flower school.
Yep.
So, if you what am I trying to tell them?
Sign up.
Basic or advanced by December 15th. So from now until December 15th, you will receive this book for free.
Yep. And
So-
that's online or classroom.
There's only 5 spots left in the classroom class. So
Ooh.
if anybody's looking for that one's tight. Online, obviously, there's a little more room, and we can get you started. It can be your Christmas present to yourself. You know, we can
Absolutely.
even gift wrap the book so they can put it under their tree.
And do I have time? I want to do a shout out to actually Marmac because she said something last week when I was doing my wreath and I had that baby's breath line and I was talking about dynamic line and she said implied line. And she was actually correct with the baby's breath as an implied line, which is also in here too and explains what that is. But I just wanted to shout you out on that, Marmac, because you were actually correct on the implied line. So good job.
Yay. So everybody is loving that, and they're liking the book, and it looks great on camera. So then the colors are amazing, and the textures are amazing. You guys really rocked that.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Fabulous materials, and you should have seen us in the studio earlier today. We're jumping around all giddy, getting excited over all these gorgeous materials.
And then, of course, we get in, because that's the thing. Once you get inspired from one thing, then it's just like this ping pong ball effect here. So then I'm like, well, Carolyn, what about this? And she's like, well, what about this? And then we have all this stuff, and we're like, okay, we need to stop because we can't put everything in here. Maybe we can talk to them about how we can add pine cones or maybe even those. Oh,
and we have some other. Oh, we forgot these.
Oh, well, yeah,
we forgot red roses. I mean, we could poke pine cones
let's put
in.
those in the top there.
Okay, let's.
And then maybe should show them how we wired these. So we actually added 18 gauge wire to these. We can actually show you how to do that. I think the wire is on my side. Let's see. So you just take your cone and your 18 gauge wire, and it just kind of nestles in there. I don't know what these are called, but they look like tongues. So they're tongues, just nestle them in their tongues. And then you just do a little twist there. And look, now you have your, basically
They
like a
the
pick.
pine cones in there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You
And a
just
few
have-
roses. Oh my gosh, you guys are just doing even a little more as we finish up this program. You've got a couple of minutes to do your goodbyes and all, but I see you're wanting to poke flowers. So how about that?
We forgot some beautiful stuff.
Cool.
I know, and it has to be done perfectly so I can take it home with me.
That's right. We have a perfect Christmas centerpiece now.
Might need a bigger house, but
Do you all notice that there's shadowing down there with the pine cones?
Switch sides here. It's going in the phone. It's so much fun designing backwards, people. It's hard to see.
Backwards and then underneath things and over things and sideways. And I don't know if you agree, but when you're working with event work as well, in event work, it's just really great when you just get on this rhythm with other people and where you don't have to talk, and it's just this,
Everything just
great.
flows
It's
together.
great.
So thank you for joining us this week. We love being with you those last couple of weeks. We hope you have some happy holidays. I'll be back in the studio on tech next week.
I'm going to be in Mexico, so adios.
So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you.
And do something you love.